2,000 subscribers. Honestly, I can't thank you all so much for this milestone on my channel. Seeing this number just fills me with joy that 2,000 of you take an interest in my channel. Again, thank you all so much. When I hit this milestone, I posted on my Twitter and Discord saying this milestone would indeed be a Q&A video and that you can ask any question you desire. So with that, we actually have a few questions to go through. So the first question is, when did you start out on YouTube? YouTube was a bit of a weird one, what I should or shouldn't do. I vaguely remember starting out on YouTube as making Let's Plays from a variety of Star Fox, Crisis, Borderlands videos back when I started, maybe around the 2010 type of time. This is where I was more looking into expanding my content as I had a proper PC during this time. At this stage, me just playing games and recording seemed to have done the trick. After about 2011, I started creating a little bit more content and expanding on what I should do. And one of these actually had to do with My Little Pony, cringy enough. However, after some help and support, people in the community is where I had my channel start to blow up. As the game Fighting is Magic came back into popularity, I ended making these videos after the Tribute Edition was released. I did ignore YouTube after a while as I was just kind of burnt out by it and I kind of wanted more focus on my life itself. During that course, I finally actually got my first custom PC, which made me get back into making YouTube videos similar to Pyrocynical, which felt good. Making an opinion, having a joke along the way, which I've been wanting to do for a very long time. But if I'm honest, starting out on YouTube doesn't really apply to me as I'm still trying to figure out what makes my channel stand out. Well, at least for now. It's just content that I just like to upload and I think what will make people enjoy it. What made you get into Team Fortress 2? I wanted to make a separate video on this. I really did. But however, I'm happy to tell just the brief story about this. The main reason I got into Team Fortress 2 was because of the Gmod Idiot Box. When YouTube started recommending me videos because I used to watch a lot of Machinima, one of these videos actually came back as the channel of Das Bullshit. And this is the clip that made me interested in Team Fortress 2 as a whole.
Look at me! Look at me! I am Monkey Paul! I feel alive!
Okay, you know what? How much is that?
It costs $400,000.
Wow. Okay.
That whole line right there, it cost $400,000, followed by a barrage of screaming and a fire from a minigun. It made me search endlessly for this game. I didn't know what it was. I eventually found the game on a platform called Steam. Though being that generation of not having good internet, buying the game online wasn't that viable for me. So I went into a local game seller and I found it, the orange box. I still have it to that day and I'm never getting rid of that box. And it had all the Half-Lives, Portal, and Team Fortress 2, so once I installed this, I went straight away to Team Fortress 2. And I loved it. I will explain more about how I got into Team Fortress 2 in a different video, but for now, I'm just trying to keep this video brief for Q&A. What gives you the motivation to make content? I'll be honest, I'm very lazy when it comes to making new and original videos. However, my content just comes up from random moments or opportunities that just randomly pop up. I could be playing a game one day and the thought of I could make a Team Fortress 2 video with Fortnite instead, which would be perfect. These ideas come in bursts as I look for a game I love like Destiny and I think, how can I make this into a video? I eventually get burned out though and think to myself, why don't I make Destiny with Team Fortress 2 or something along these lines? And that gets me planning, researching and eventually making the video. What made you start making videos? This is something that goes back into 2008 when a friend of mine made a video which goes by the name of, and I'm not joking, Sexy Nerd. This video was recorded during my birthday when I got a Nintendo Wii, and seeing my friend just pummel into the game was enough to make us laugh. When I saw the video, I thought to myself, I want a channel too. I gave it the most shit name. Like, I didn't have the name Xenogenic until a couple of years later. It was nothing cringy, but just plain, simple, and easy. Obviously, being that age, people find out about these things too, and they give you a hard time for it. It could have just been me because of that year, and of that area, and millennium, and stuff like that, but as I gave it my best, I just ignored the hate. I eventually did hear one person in my year during that time saying he liked my videos, which kind of made me want to try to make some original content. However, the main reason I started making videos was because of another YouTuber by the name of Dazran303, who at this time was a rising Nintendo Let's Player, and I thought I'd give it a try of what he does. This wasn't anything too spectacular or too wow of like what you saw back in 2008 or 2009. However, it was just me making Star Fox 64 videos and RuneScape videos, which honestly, I wasn't expecting to get more than 10 views off tops. Somehow it got 50 views the first time, which made me go making more videos. As I mentioned, I didn't really want to bother with YouTube after that. It came and gone. But now I call YouTube a hobby for me today. I upload when I can and I enjoy it. Even though I don't crack that high view barrier, I just want to have fun with it all. Where did the name Xenogenic come from? I'm glad someone asked this question. This is a question that not a lot of people know. I didn't start using the name Xenogenic until 2010, when Modern Warfare 2 came out. During this time, I went as Spartan S314, and that was the same name I had on my Xbox Live account. Then eventually tried to make a new name, as Spartan sounded too Halo fanboyish. Now, have you ever tried to randomly make a name by pushing all the letters on your keyboard hoping for the best? That's what I'd done. And that didn't result in a name fully, but just the jumbled letters that I rearranged, and I thought, how can I expand this? The result was Xengen. But after tinkering with some of the names, the name Xenogenic was born. But I was making sure it was unique, and during this time, it was. I have stuck ever since with that name since 2010. I've had people tell me that I've stolen the name from a League of Legends developer who goes by the name of Xenogenic, but I never heard of League of Legends until 2013, and I'm not sure when this person started. If I ever get into a legal dispute saying how I stole someone's name, I'm just going to tell them to watch this video. How did you and Mediaexcalibur meet? Medi and I didn't actually physically meet each other properly until this year, before the coronavirus actually came, which was a fantastic experience. The first time I actually met Medi was on a website called Bronies Australia, where, yeah, pony face. Paul and I actually started talking about YouTube channels, and he would have probably just had over 3,000 subscribers during this stage, and I was just starting out at 300. I met Medi briefly at a meet. I don't know why, but we had a huge grudge between each other, which was bloody weird. I couldn't even remember why. Grudges aside, in consulting, we started slowly to get along. Some cases were that we would talk to each other and help each other out, and it was good to have an internet friend. In the course of 2015, a video labelled Dear Everyone, a video which hit me hard as a friend. Within 1 minute of the video, I saw it. The scattergun I still use in Team Fortress 2 today. And I still have it. I will never get rid of it. And I will never forget. It is an uncherishable item that I will never forget for him being my friend. Tea or coffee? Depends on my mood. I prefer coffee in the winter, but tea at night, or I just want to make an excuse for having a slice of cake or something. It really does depend on my mood. What did you enjoy about Team Fortress 2? I enjoyed the community. I've met so many people by just playing this game and expanding on how I exist here on YouTube. To be honest, if it wasn't for Team Fortress 2, I probably would have a shit taste in games and everything else. The community has shown how far it can come with its endless support of videos, creativity, and even just general community design, even though I personally think Valve don't really look after this game well, which is why I have a little bit of a burnout with Team Fortress 2 now and then. What is your dream unusual? I've always wanted a searing plasma anger. However, I've gotten two of my favourite unusuals with the perfect effect. The Disco Beatdown El Jeffy and my Vivid Plasma Gentleman's Ushanka. I love them with the effect they give off. It kind of matches what I run as well. And the last question, what was it like to raise to 2,000 subscribers? It felt great, honestly, it felt really good. Seeing that number clock over does give me a joy of how many people who view and have taken an interest in my content. I still understand that 2,000 is a small number. On some channels, for me, 2,000 is a huge number. I understand there are people who get 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers a day, but honestly, I'm happy with this number. It's just those who want to share an interest in what I do, and for that, I thank you all so much. And this channel wouldn't be complete with all the people who made this possible, and I thank you all so much again. I thank my dear friend Mediaexcalibur for helping my channel where it is today. Without him, I actually wouldn't really be here on YouTube. My friends Rybo and I Love Cookie Dough and the rest of the Discord chat on Overdose Gaming for being great people who have appeared in my videos and have been very supportive. I thank Dazran303 for the main reason I started making videos. And lastly, I thank you, the viewer, for making this channel possible. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here where I am today. You are all awesome. I'm Xenogenic, and I thank you all so much for helping me hit this milestone, and I'll see you in the next video.